Chosen one, August 14th. A day written in heaven. Listen. Chosen one, there are moments in your life that are not random, not coincidental, but woven into the very fabric of eternity before you even took your first breath. August 14th is one of those moments. It is not just another date on the calendar, it is a day that carries the weight of a divine plan, a day heaven itself has written into your story. There are turning points that are whispered into your spirit long before they arrive, and you can feel them approaching like the distant sound of a trumpet. This is that kind of day. The energy around it is not subtle. It is heavy with significance. It feels like standing before a door that only opens once in a lifetime, knowing you are meant to walk through it. And when you do, you will never be the same again. Before we step deeper into the meaning of this day, I want you to pause and plant something powerful into the atmosphere. I invite you to write your warmest, most heartfelt wishes in the comments and type the number 777 alongside them. This is not just a ritual, it is an act of alignment. When you release your desires into the open with faith, you send them upward like arrows toward heaven. Let them carry your truest intentions, your boldest prayers, your quiet hopes. As you do this, you align yourself with the energy of August 14, a day that has been preordained to bring movement, change, and answers. Let this be the moment where you declare what your heart longs for, trusting that this is not just any day. It is the day written for you. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. This day is marked because it bridges the gap between where you've been and where you are destined to go. You might have felt for a long time like your life has been paused, like the pieces you've been holding didn't seem to fit together. But heaven's timing is perfect, and August 14th is like a key slipping into a lock that has been waiting for the right moment to turn. What seemed delayed is now aligning. The conversations you didn't have before, the opportunities that passed you by, the moments that seemed like missed chances, they were never truly gone. They were circling back for this very point in time. On this day, it's as if unseen hands will arrange the details of your life with a precision that no human could orchestrate. You may not even fully realize the shifts while they're happening. The change on August 14th might not arrive with flashing lights or loud announcements. It could come quietly, a message you receive, an invitation you didn't expect, a sudden clarity about something you've wrestled with for years. It could be a word spoken at the right time, or the sense that you've finally stepped onto the right path. And while the world around you may seem to be moving as usual, you will feel the undercurrent of something greater pulling you forward. This is because heaven does not need the approval of the world to begin its work in you. What makes August 14th so different is that it is not an isolated blessing. It is a pivot. It's a moment designed to realign your life's trajectory so that the days ahead begin to unfold in a way you couldn't have imagined. The shifts will not be temporary ripples, but lasting waves. You will notice that after this day, certain things that used to weigh you down lose their grip on you. Conversations will change. The way people see you will change. Even the way you see yourself will change. You will no longer identify with the limitations of your past. Instead, you will carry the imprint of this day into every future decision you make. But here is something vital to understand. A day written in heaven does not just happen to you, it happens with you. You must step into it consciously. It is an invitation, not a forceful push. This means that on August 14th, you must be watchful. Pay attention to the small signs. Be present in every moment. If your intuition nudges you to speak to someone, do it. If an opportunity presents itself, even if it feels slightly uncomfortable, lean into it. If you feel the urge to rest and reflect instead of rushing ahead, honor that. This is not a day for autopilot. This is a day for deliberate alignment with what you know deep in your spirit is right for you. Understand that the reason this day was written in heaven is because you have reached a point in your life where your growth, your trials, and your endurance have brought you to a readiness you didn't have before. This is a day that recognizes your preparation. You may have thought the struggles of the past were setbacks, but they were training grounds. You may have thought the long nights of uncertainty meant you were forgotten, but they were the refining fire. On August 14th, the doors that were once too heavy for you to open will now swing wide, not because they have changed, but because you have. And as you step through them, you will carry with you the invisible signature of heaven, the mark that says you were chosen for this exact moment. Not everyone will understand it. Some may even question why things are suddenly moving for you. But this is the nature of divine timing. It does not explain itself. It simply manifests. August 14th will be the day where what was hidden in preparation becomes visible in reality. And when that happens, you will know deep in your spirit that this was always part of the plan. There are days that pass quietly, blending into the rhythm of life. And then there are days when time itself seems to pause to witness what is happening. August 14th will carry that kind of pause. The sense that the air feels different, that your spirit is unusually alert. You might wake up feeling as though something is about to shift, even if you can't name it. This is not anxiety. It is anticipation, born from alignment. The frequency of heaven is tuning you to notice things others overlook. You may see patterns where others see randomness, opportunities where others see closed doors. That heightened awareness is not an accident. It's the spiritual atmosphere of a day already spoken into existence long before you could see it. Think about the seasons you've walked through to arrive here. There have been moments when you thought the silence meant nothing was happening. But in truth, the silence was the sound of roots growing deeper. It was the formation of a foundation strong enough to carry the weight of what is now coming. August 14th is not just the unveiling of blessings, it is the unveiling of you. The version of yourself that emerges will not be the same as the one who began this journey. The doubts that once slowed you down will feel smaller. The fears that once made you hesitate will have less power. That's because this is not a day to question. It is a day to step forward with the quiet certainty that what is unfolding is yours by design. On this day, the signs may appear in layers. You might notice synchronicities, repeated numbers, words that echo through different conversations, or chance encounters that feel far too purposeful to be coincidence. Pay attention. These are confirmations. They are not there to tease you, but to assure you that you are walking within the flow of something much bigger than yourself. When heaven marks a day, even the smallest detail can carry meaning. A single message, an unexpected compliment, a memory resurfacing at the right time. All of these can be keys unlocking the door to the new season you're stepping into. It is important to remember that August 14th will not simply hand you everything fully formed. Instead, it will open pathways. A conversation might lead to an opportunity weeks later. An idea you have on this day could grow into something life-changing in the months ahead. This is why it's essential to act on the nudges you receive. The energy around this day is not meant to be stored away. It is meant to be moved through action. Even a small step forward taken on this day will carry a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can currently measure. The difference between those who notice the shift and those who miss it often comes down to presence. If you let this day pass by in distraction, its gifts may go unnoticed until much later. But if you choose to be present, truly present, you will not only sense its significance, you will feel yourself participating in it. Every moment will seem alive with potential. Every decision will feel like it matters. And it does. Because this is not just a day in your life. It is a day for your life. As the hours move forward, you might also feel a sense of release. Old emotions, old attachments, and even old self-images may start to fade without effort. This is part of the heavenly exchange. To receive the new, you must make space by letting go of the old. The beauty of August 14th is that the letting go won't feel forced. It will feel natural, as though you have simply outgrown what once fit you. The weight will lift, and with it, your vision will sharpen. You will see more clearly what is ahead, because you will no longer be viewing it through the lens of who you used to be. There is a reason this day was chosen for you, and that reason is not random. It aligns with your readiness, your resilience, and the lessons you've carried through your journey. August 14th is like a seal being placed on a chapter, declaring it complete so that a new one can begin. The chapter ahead will not erase the struggles of the past, but it will give them meaning. Every closed door, every unanswered question, every long night will be reframed as part of the architecture of your destiny. You will see that you were never wandering, you were being positioned. When the night of August 14th comes, take a moment to stand still. Feel the air. Recall the moments of the day that seem to stand out. Think about the unexpected alignments, the conversations that stirred something in you, the sudden clarity that broke through. These are the threads of the tapestry heaven has been weaving for you. And as you reflect, you will understand that this day was not about chance. It was about design. It was about timing that could not be rushed or delayed, because it was written in heaven exactly for you. When a day is written in heaven, it doesn't simply fit into your story, but it reshapes it. August 14th is not just another page. It is a hinge on which the book of your life turns. The days before, it may have felt ordinary, maybe even heavy, as though you were waiting for something without knowing exactly what. But the moment you step into this day, it is as if the atmosphere carries a quiet charge. You may feel it before you even open your eyes in the morning, a calm knowing that something is different, a subtle but undeniable shift in the energy surrounding you. This is heaven's way of signaling that you are entering a moment where your steps and divine timing are perfectly aligned. On this day, expect clarity to come in ways you didn't anticipate. It might arrive through an honest conversation, through a thought that interrupts your routine, or through a sudden awareness that the decisions you make now will matter more than you realize. You may even sense that the events of this day are not isolated, but part of a chain reaction that began long before. This is why August 14th cannot be treated like just any other date. It is not only significant for what happens in the moment, but for what it sets into motion for the future. This kind of alignment has a certain feel to it. You may notice people crossing your path unexpectedly, people whose words seem to answer questions you haven't spoken out loud. You might find yourself in the right place at the exact right time, and not even understand how it happened. This is the invisible choreography of heaven, placing you exactly where you need to be without needing your full understanding. It's as if unseen hands are gently guiding you from one moment to the next, ensuring that every step you take falls on ground that has already been prepared for you. It's also possible that August 14th will test your discernment. When you step into a divinely marked day, opportunities will present themselves. But so will distractions. Not every open door is meant for you, and not every voice that speaks to you will carry truth. This is why you must stay grounded in your inner knowing. You have spent time learning to listen to that quiet voice inside you, the one that recognizes alignment when it happens. Trust it. It will guide you to the moments that matter and away from the ones that would only pull you off course. One of the most profound elements of this day is the sense of completion it carries. You may realize that certain cycles in your life are closing without you needing to force them shut. Old habits may suddenly feel foreign. Relationships that were once central to your life may begin to fade into the background. This is not loss, it is transition. When something in your spirit recognizes that it has reached its full purpose, it naturally loosens its hold. August 14th is a day where you will feel that release, and in that space, new possibilities will find room to take root. It's worth noting that the events of this day might not look dramatic to the outside world, but that does not make them any less monumental. In fact, some of the most life-altering shifts happen quietly, almost unnoticeably, until you look back weeks or months later and realize that everything changed here. That is the nature of a day written in heaven. It doesn't need to announce itself loudly because it carries the authority of divine intention. The transformation begins in your spirit before it ever appears in your circumstances. And when you lie down at the end of August 14th, something inside you will know. You will sense that you are not where you were the day before, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. The weight of the past will feel lighter, and the horizon ahead will seem clearer. You will carry a peace that doesn't need explanation, because deep down you will understand. This day was meant for you, and you stepped fully into it. That is the power of walking in the exact moment heaven prepared for your arrival. By the time August 14th unfolds around you, you may begin to notice the way everything seems to fit together, as if the fragments of your past experiences are locking into place like pieces of a long-awaited puzzle. Things you once questioned, the detours, the delays, the losses, will suddenly carry a sense of purpose. They were not mistakes. They were preparations. Each season, whether filled with joy or pain, was shaping you into the person capable of walking into this exact moment. And now, with the day finally here, that shaping will start to make sense in a way it never did before. This clarity can feel both humbling and empowering. Humbling because you will see how intricately heaven has been working on your behalf without your full awareness. Empowering because you will realize that you have been entrusted with a divine appointment, not because of luck or coincidence, but because you are ready. This readiness is not about perfection, it's about alignment. You have walked through enough storms to know the value of calm, and enough darkness to recognize light when it comes. August 14th is light. It is not the blinding kind that overwhelms, but the steady kind that reveals the path forward. Throughout this day, you might feel an unusual openness in your spirit. It's as though something within you is ready to receive without resistance. Opportunities, insights, and even challenges will appear, but you will handle them differently than before. Your responses will come from a place of strength rather than fear, from discernment rather than desperation. This is because a day written in heaven does not just deliver change, it transforms the way you interact with change. It equips you with the perspective to see beyond the immediate moment and into the bigger picture. You may also notice a subtle shift in the people around you. Some will be drawn closer to you, sensing something different in your presence. Others may quietly drift away, their part in your story complete. Both movements are necessary. This is a day of divine arrangement, where relationships realign to support the season you are entering. Do not cling to what is leaving. Do not chase after what is not meant to stay. Instead, trust that every connection on August 14th is either a bridge forward or a gentle closure, making space for what comes next. Another key aspect of this day is that it will invite you to act. There will be moments when you feel a quiet push to make a choice, speak a truth, or step into something new. These nudges are not random. They are the whispers of heaven's timing urging you to move in sync with what has already been written for you. Do not overthink these moments. Often, the most important actions begin as small, almost ordinary decisions that carry extraordinary outcomes. If you feel it in your spirit, honor it. As the hours pass, you may sense a building momentum, as if the day itself is gathering strength. Morning might start with subtle alignments, but by the evening, you could feel as though you have crossed an invisible threshold. You will recognize it not by fireworks or sudden miracles, but by the deep peace and quiet certainty settling over you. It is the knowing that something irreversible has shifted, that from this day forward, the path beneath your feet will not be the same. This is the nature of a day that has been written in heaven. It doesn't just mark time, it rewrites your timeline. When you pause to reflect in the stillness of night, you'll replay the moments, the ones that caught your attention, the unexpected kindnesses, the new possibilities, and you'll know this day was more than you imagined. Not because everything changed at once, but because you stepped into change that lasts. The moment the unseen became undeniable and heaven's plan unfolded before you.